Welcome back, Steeler Nation, man. Thanks for tuning in to the latest episode of the Steelers Before Play. This is Week 18. Yeah, we're at the finale of the season, and we shall see if this is the last game of the Pittsburgh Steelers season. But welcome. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all the support, and I'm going to make this real quick and real brief as I am late doing this here on Saturday morning. My bad. But of course, I'll be back to talk to you guys for the afterplay following the game against the Baltimore Ravens. Yes, the Pittsburgh Steelers will head into Baltimore later today to see if they can get another victory to improve their record to 10-7. And if they do that, then they kind of just have to watch the scoreboard to see if they will get into the playoffs. However, if they lose, they can still watch the scoreboard and potentially get in the playoffs. But we'll see. The easiest path, of course, is to win and wait, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to make this one very, very brief, man. First, what we'll do is talk about those who will be participating in this game. Let me pull it up here. As I see, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the only people who are questionable right now are Trenton Thompson, Minkah Fitzpatrick, and Elandon Roberts. Minkah Fitzpatrick has stated that he's going to play, so we shall see. So we already know how everything is going to shake out with the Steelers in terms of injury. Now, as far as people who are also healthy, one, Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett is a full participant. He was in Thursday's practice. We know now that Mason Rudolph will continue to have the keys to the vehicle. I'm assuming Kenny Pickett will be the number 2. And there you have it. And again, that's a whole different conversation that we'll be talking more about as the season concludes, because there's a lot of things going on at that quarterback position. Outside of that, the only other people to pay attention to, maybe Najee Harris was full. They're still listing him for that knee, but obviously Najee has been playing all of these weeks. Isaac Seumalo did not practice as well, dealing with the shoulder, but it was the same scenario last week. He ended up playing in the game and played well. And TJ Watt is limited, but they just said it was due to rest. So TJ is expected to play as well. And we know, he did get injured earlier in the week. Let me see what they had him listed for a few days ago. He had every day of the week, it had TJ listed as limited pretty much. Didn't have anything for Tuesday, but both Wednesday and Thursday, it had him limited with rest. So there you have it. Now, in terms of the Baltimore Ravens, we all know a lot of people are not going to play because obviously the Ravens, and hey, you got to give them credit. They have locked up the number 1 seed. You expect that they're not going to play everyone. But they have a quite lengthy list here as far as game status. Zay Flowers is doubtful with the calf. You would expect they would rest him. Kyle Hamilton is questionable with the knee. I would expect that they rest him. Malik Harrison is out, one of their linebackers. Marlon Humphrey will be out. Arthur Marlette is questionable, and who cares about Arthur Marlette, right? No disrespect. Brandon Stevens is questionable with an ankle. And again, to me, I think he's been one of their better corners this season. As far as locking guys up, I would rest him as well. Any of these guys who are questionable, if I'm the head coach, and I know sometimes you don't want to play scared, but guys, we locked up the number 1 seed. There's no need to get these guys injured, and then for whatever reason they can't make their way back during the bye, and then in the first playoff game they can't play. So in this scenario, I would rest any of those key components. So he's questionable. DB Daryl Worley is out with the shoulder. Kevin Zeitler, coaching decision, it says here he's out. Their guard Odell Beckham is out with resting. Ronald Darby is questionable with an illness. Lamar Jackson obviously resting. He'll be out. Wide receiver Tylan Wallace questionable with the knee, and then safety Darius Washington is questionable with the pec. So bottom line, man, the Ravens are not going to have their full complement of players. The Steelers will. I think it still will be one of those Ravens-Steelers games. The weather's kind of crazy. Just seeing outside my window, it's already snowing here where I am in PA, York, PA, which is about an hour from Baltimore. Listen, the Steelers just got to win the game, man. It's just that simple. You're not playing against their full complement of players. Go in with the same game plan, man. Try to rush the football the best you can. The Ravens are going to not have their full complement of players. I would expect even guys like Patrick Queen and Roquan Smith to not play. And if they do, it won't be much. So I think the Steelers will have the advantage running the football and just lock in and play the same way you played the last couple weeks. Particularly the way that you played against Seattle. And, the best thing that you need to do is possess the football once again, a time of possession game. Treat this thing the same way it would be if Lamar Jackson was out there. Time of possession, ball control the clock, and I think the Steelers have a chance to go in there and win. If the Ravens were playing their full complement of players, I would not feel that way because I think the Ravens are playing at a whole different level right now, and it's going to be hard to beat them. And I don't think the Steelers would beat that team, particularly because they lost to the Steelers in Pittsburgh, which I'm sure the Ravens feel like they lost the game. The Steelers didn't beat them. Same thing I said. They had many a chances to win that game. They just didn't. So I think if it was their ones against our ones, I would not call it in the Steelers' favor. But I think with the extra motivation to possibly make it to the playoffs, the Steelers have been playing well the last couple weeks. Mason Rudolph trying to continue his trend. I think the Steelers have a good chance to win this game. I don't expect it to be high scoring. I'm looking at this could even be one of those 20-17 type of games, Ball control, time of possession, low scoring. Will special teams be a factor with weather, things like that? So we'll see. And that's all I got, man. Just be what you are known to be. The last couple of weeks. Control the time of possession. Run the football. Keep an eye on Huntley because he can scramble. Protect the middle of the field. And we'll see if Likely plays. Isaiah Likely. Let's see if he plays. He's an emerging tight end for the Ravens. But other than that, we shall see. We shall see. And that's all I got. Like I told you, this was going to be quick. I'll be back for the afterplay video. But yeah, run the football. Keep a clamp on the defense. As far as don't let anything behind you. No big plays. Try to control the running game the best you can. And possess the football. And I think if the Steelers do that, they have a chance to win. But outside of that, that's going to do it for me, man. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and hey, I'll catch you in the next one of these. Well, will there be another one? Only if they make it to the playoffs. But I will catch you for the post game, so we shall see how we're feeling at about 7:30-ish tonight. All right, catch you then. Peace.